Yeah, because you didn't sell.
Yeah.
You need to then
There's no cash.
your marketing, you need to build your sales, you need to go talk to customers, you need to attend events, and that's even more expensive. Every event, yearly event that we, it's very, very tiny events that we attend, the cost of each and every event, if we have like a very, very tiny stand and we have like 5 minutes to talk about our product, it would cost us $25,000 for every event, minimum.
Yeah, for all these marketing events, it's a huge markup. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
a huge markup, and that's where you see the customers, yani, really, because okay, you cannot go and you cannot cold call. I want to correct Grant Cardone here. You cannot like, okay, you're I don't know which top 100 companies here in the Saudi Arabia or the UAE. Come on, I'm Nawatt, a small startup. I want to sell you this product. Please give me 10 minutes to explain our product. You will nobody will give you time.
No.
Definitely.
No. Nobody would give you time. No, absolutely not. There's what I call it. Yeah, what I call it from our side, from the business side, when you run the receive end of the call, is there's a comfort level. You have to cross the comfort level to say, okay, I know this company. I'm familiar. So that comfort level comes with the sticker of a bigger corporate like SAP or IBM.
So either you have to have a network. So you know someone that knows someone in that company to get this appointment. That's number one. Number two is, if you don't know anyone, then you have to go to these events where you see these people. So you go
build
to
the network. Yeah.
Let's say we're talking about now B2B kind of sales, not B2C sales. So on a B2B level, you have to attend these events and maybe give a speech or lecture about your product. Talk to the leads that are walking the floor in the exhibit and so on. Then you may have a chance, to get a call later on, and that's how we started. In Nawatt, we knew nothing. We had this customer. We sold him the product. Then we wanted to sell the product to others, but we don't know anyone else. We only know this customer. So what we did is we had a series of we participated in a series of events across a couple of years, 2 or 3, 4 years, to get introduced to that network, to know who the players are in the market, who we need to sell to, and so on. So if you say, like, I'm attending 3 events per year, each event is $25,000, so that's $75,000 times 3. Mm-hmm. So that's a huge amount. But you have to spend it in order for others to give you a call later on. So now we have, for example, whenever we, since we are, let's say, our kind of the beachhead market for us was hotels, selling these EAM systems and solutions to hotels. Now, when we have asset managers like Collier, like Dresden Summers, like whatever. Whenever there's a hotel that's coming online, they give us a call, send us an email. Oh, we're doing this hotel. Can you send us, please, the technical information and give us quotation? And this is the number of rooms. So now we're starting to get continuous business. But it took years of going to these events, talking with customers, even sometimes cold calling, to get the people aware of our product and our service. But at the same time, this costs money. And it costs time and money. First, to implement. Another important thing is that another, let's say, avenue that we get business is from word of mouth. So, for example, I have an IT manager for the hotel that's worked in a hotel that we provided our solution to. They moved to a new hotel now. So they said, guys, you know what? They did this and this in that hotel. So they give us a call. Why don't you do this same thing? Send us an offer for our hotel. So that's word of mouth. Or you see, for example, a general manager of a hotel. They're talking to each other, and they always, the GMs together, they like to boast about the technologies and the trends that they are following in the industry. So they're saying, we're using the latest technologies, the IoT of tracking and monitoring and whatever. And we have this company that's using our services. Then you get a call from the other GM.
Yeah.
From the other general manager asking, can you provide us a quotation? So this word of mouth is very powerful. So for B2B, it's word of mouth and these events. This is number 2 here in the region. But word of mouth is very slow. That's
exactly.
It takes years and years to develop the word of mouth, as well as events are expensive. You have to spend a lot of money on marketing and sales.
That's a barrier to cross.
And even if you're going to talk, okay, we have a technology, we have the product ready. I want to go to a VC. Please give me $1 million because I need to attend 10 events or 20 events in a year. Nobody's going to give you money for attending events.
Yeah.
Definitely, they'll say no. If you tell them I want money for sales, they'll say screw it. It has to sell itself. How can it sell itself? You have to talk to people to sell it.
Yeah. So I had the experience to work at a startup, and now I work at a corporate level, and I can tell you that the picture is pretty much the same. So if you are a business, and established business, and you want to sell, definitely participating in the key commercial activities. So like shows and conferences and expos is critical to maintain face in front of your potential customers. Sure. And number 2 is your competitor. If your competitor is using this, suddenly it's very important for you to take a look at. So if the startup is selling a product and you heard that a competitor is looking at it, it becomes, well, something must be interesting that they are looking at using this, or maybe they're looking to buy them, or maybe, something like that. So definitely something powerful here. And then from the startup side, so what your experience is showing is very similar, something I've witnessed there as well, which was something called, I think it's called like mushrooming. So you mushroom within a customer, or you mushroom within an industry, using the word of mouth. So from one person to the other person, and that has a lot of strength, because you have your insider promoter that is promoting your success.
The champion of your business.
Championing what you're offering, because they believe in what you do. Not necessarily there's any commercial gain for them, but it's just more you believe in the in what you guys offer. So both are clear concepts of I see them actually happening in day to day. So very, very powerful.
But again, let's say it's what we're limited now by is the market size. Like, how many hotels will there be up in a year in UAE and Saudi Arabia? 10, 20 hotels? What's your market share of those hotels that are interested in implementing the system? It's not going to be a 3-star budget hotel. It's going to be, let's say, a luxury hotel, or at least 4 stars, at least 4 or 5 stars.
So how many
4 and 5-star hotels do you have in UAE and Saudi Arabia? Maybe like 5, 6, 10,
5,
maximum 10. How, if we, let's say, get out of 10, if we get 20% of the whole market, it's like 2 hotels. So is 2 hotels enough for us to survive?
Yeah, and then you're still stuck with, of course, you're competing. So that's the other 80% of the market. And you have your own bandwidth, right? So as a startup, you're stuck with your own. There's a bandwidth to how many you can actually own, win and deploy.
Yeah, definitely.
You have your own limited resource to do that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's not easy. It's pretty difficult. That's why you see, the potential currently. The current potential is in consumer. In selling to consumers, not in selling to businesses, because it's a quick runway, and I can produce a very quick product, and I can test it very quickly.
Yeah.
But it's even more. The problem, of course, with consumers, it's even more saturated than businesses.
Yeah, and then you're competing at depends on the topic, or the area in consumer market you're competing in. So it's a phone-based, like smartphone-based service and application combo. So you're pretty much bypassing even build anything aside from the software sitting on a phone. Even there, depends on the topic that you're, the area you're competing in. It's going to be something either competing with others, or in this particular segment, or you're competing globally with other bigger companies that are offering far better service than a startup can offer in the short term, right? So it has to be something so unique that it's targeting a immediate need. And a good example is the delivery. That's just a very good example of how delivery service just boomed in the past 2 months or something.